The biggest question is, why would an older woman be in there at night alone? It's not like it was a nature trail. It was a fenced-off, wooded area. Our school didn't have security back then either, so it wasn't patrolled. The four of us went to go hang out at JJ's after, and I'll leave the rest of that night to your imagination. Now we're really fast-forwarding to that summer when I was working at the school one final time as a summertime custodian, since I got a raise every summer that I'd return. There were about 4 of us in the building, 2 older custodians, myself, and another 18-year-old. I was in the center courtyard of the school mowing the grass when I spotted someone at an upstairs window. She was an older woman. She looked like 65 maybe from the distance, with short curly hair, but her face was kind of blurred behind the glare of the window. I stopped mowing, looked at her, and waved. She didn't wave back. She didn't even move. I basically ran inside to where my boss was and asked who that woman upstairs was. He asked who, and I told him to follow me. She was in one of the math classrooms. I led him to the upstairs math hallway, but to my surprise, all the classroom doors were closed, and the lights were all off. The classroom it looked like she was in was empty. My boss told me there was no one else in the building and that I need to drink some coffee. He went back downstairs, so I did the same. I was genuinely freaked out. After I finished mowing, I started mopping the upstairs hallways and classrooms. Eventually, I was in the math hallway, and I would be mopping every last classroom floor up there. So I opened all the doors and turned on all the lights. I had my radio on the floor playing music as usual. Over the music, I heard a distinct woman's voice. It said, "Young man." It came from one of the classrooms. I couldn't tell which, but I turned off the music and started checking every nearby classroom desperately, hoping to find someone. Every single classroom was empty. I even checked behind the desks. The hairs on my arms were standing up. I felt a fight-or-flight response kick in. I bailed to the downstairs and told my boss. Once again, someone's up there. I heard a voice now. He once again went up there with me, and I explained that I couldn't find anyone, but I saw and now heard a woman up here. When we didn't find anyone again, he told me to go home, take the day off, and get some sleep. He thought I was crazy. I then put the 2 incidents together. What if they were connected? What if what JJ and I saw in the woods and what I saw and heard in that classroom are somehow related? When I came back to work the next day, I told my boss I just didn't want to work in the math hallway because I was freaked out. For the rest of the summer, I didn't go in that hallway again. Ever since then, I wholeheartedly believed that my old high school is haunted by some spirit of an older woman. I have no other explanations.